Keep scrolling if you've mastered manifestation and don't want some free coaching from a Chopra-Certified instructor. But stay with me if you want to know how to create your ideal world effectively and stop the madness already, okay? Manifestation is not something you should jump into. It's a process, and it can be a lengthy one for those of us who were raised to believe that life is hard. Think of manifestation as you would building a house. I always say our thoughts are the bricks that build the houses we live in. Building a house requires preparation. Before building a house, you got to think about where you want it, which usually leads to buying land. Then the land must be cleared to prepare for pouring the foundation, and so on and so forth. These preliminary steps are very similar to how you must prepare your entire physiology before you can attract what you want. If you neglect these steps, your efforts will fail, and that's why so many people become frustrated and write off the law of attraction as a bunch of spiritual mumbo jumbo. To lay the foundation for the ideal world you intend to build, you must do these things first. Be willing to let go of what makes you unhappy. If you don't let go of what saddens you, you won't be able to level up energetically. Today, start thinking about the people, places, and things that make you want to come out of your skin. Rank them from worst to least and see which ones you can eliminate. This includes bad habits. I had to stop binge drinking, and it was hard. Not because I just loved binge drinking, I actually hated it, but because letting go of that deadly habit meant losing part of my identity. Now that will jolt you. But the benefits you reap replace that longing for that old identity. And ask yourself, what thoughts and emotions do I experience before giving in to temptation? The next thing is you really need to face the facts about your upbringing. What lies were you told as a child that ended up controlling your behaviors in adulthood? Critically think about those. And if you view those beliefs objectively, I guarantee it will be abundantly clear that they aren't true. Exploring this should hopefully lead to you asking yourself, who would I be if I hadn't been told who I am? If I had all the resources in the world, what would I do? Ask yourself that. Whatever answers come to you are intuitive, and those are the factual ones. As you work through this, remember that if you want something badly, you're meant to have it. That's why you want it. Otherwise, you wouldn't want it. Memories will surface as you do this self-exploration work. I mean, this is the inner work. Those memories usually lead to people, and usually, depending on your background, the people who surface have caused you pain in one way or another. The people who surface are the ones you need to forgive. And this takes time. Each day, have one simple thought of just being open to forgiving those people. That's how you start the process. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. Just keep moving forward at your own pace, and it's something you got to do. You got to do it. If you harbor deep-rooted anger and resentment, those two emotions block you from attracting what you want. It's likely that you will have some negative emotions during this stage, so here's how to offset those. Start thinking about what you want. Go back to that question I mentioned earlier. If you had all the resources in the world, what would you do? Place no limitations on yourself. Dream big. Get out a sheet of paper and let your ink pen run wild. When you start to feel your energy bottom out, go back to that list and think about what wonderful things you have coming to you if you stay the course. That should help you to replace feeling fearful with feeling grateful, because any negative emotion traces back to good old-fashioned fear. But there's a lot more, but I just covered everything you need to do to lay the foundation for your perfect world to be built. Each time you fall back into a bad habit, quickly catch yourself by asking, am I creating my ideal world right now, or am I stalling it? When you engage in this behavior, you're practicing mindful awareness, which is another fundamental component of attracting what you want. Right now, today, you can tell the universe that you're redirecting and igniting the manifestation process by taking all the actions I just went over without buying any equipment or making any monetary investment whatsoever. From this day forward, think about your thoughts and emotions as a GPS, because they tell the universe where to go. So where are you telling the universe to go? Something to think about. Please visit paulaswope.com if you ever need support. The link is in the bio.